What is up, everybody? This is your boy, Teran Rodriguez, host of Set Point here on OATIZ Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that sports. And just when you all thought I was done with UCLA, I actually have a little bit of bonus coverage because this assistant coach was nice enough to take time out of his day and let me interview him. So, ladies and gentlemen, the legendary Milan Zarkovic. How are you doing, Milan?
I am doing well. Just one big hug for all your supporters and all your followers, Terry.
I appreciate that, Milan. So I know you all are like really busy, so we'll try not to let this go too long. But talk to me about what it's like being on John Hawks' staff and what it's like being on UCLA's staff overall.
I am the one of those people that always saying that you cannot just work together. You have to be friends if you want to work together. And then when I was invited to work, I was invited to work with Fred May, who I know so many years, who is one of the best in this job, not only in America, all around me, if you want, in this age group. So, and generally, so that was one big challenge, and that was one nice opportunity to move from one successful program to one program even more successful and with a good perspective for the future.
You mentioned a really good program, moving from one program to another. Was it tough to leave Hawaii just because you had built something really well with Charlie Wade and you even won a couple of national championships with Charlie?
Yeah, I can say that it was a really nice and successful operation. And the thing that it is, there are two things. First of all, leave my family is still there, and then second, leave those nice, wonderful people and also players that they were that they come, and some of them came just because we were talking about that to have a common career. I can say that this transformation to come to California, it is also one challenge, and I think it's a level up just for volleyball, because here on the basis, on the sources of the American volleyball and volleyball national team, if you want, because the most of the players, they are coming from this program, and so then that is additional responsibility that you have to do something what will repay your country, because as you know, Terry, I am American, not with American accent, but I am American.
Absolutely, without a doubt. And, everywhere you've gone, I just got to say, I admire what you've done. You've made a great impact as an assistant coach. But moving on to the team, this team has been really successful. You've beaten Long Beach State twice. You won the MPSF tournament. How do you all play so cerebral and so smart?
I can say that this team it's really nice and special team, connected with they're flirting every year with the championship, and if you want to talk about seniors, this is their fourth season, and then fourth season you're going fourth time to play final. Or, we are hoping we will go to play final, but final of the MPSF, final of the, that is the something what is dedicated to UCLA, and these guys, they have pretty good experience, and they know what they have to do. Starting from the practice, they're working really hard, and we have some freshmen that they're working really hard, and some middle students that actually, I can tell you that this is really enjoyment to be surrounded by this kind of the players and administration, I cannot count John only as a friend. He's administration here because he's my boss, and that is the pleasure to cooperate together and make something that will leave the good record and good I mean, good path for the future teams, for our team, for the next year and the next years.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And you obviously have to prepare for the future as well, just because obviously Rowan is graduating this year. I actually do want to ask about him. What's it like working with Andrew Rowan and Sean Kelly and all these other amazing players at UCLA?
It is a pleasure because you have feedback. You have then there I can say coachable. There are sometimes stubbornness, but that stubbornness it's also characteristics of the players that they can achieve higher standard, and that is challenge also. That you are not going just going for practice, and that is what we are doing. And it must be justified, and that is something what is not difficult for John, me, Alex, Lindsay, and other people that they are helping here with men's volleyball, AJ or other students, and generally all this group is the good group and is the group that helping student athletes that we have, that they are extraordinarily talented and that they are in the final stages of their, some of them in their volleyball college career. I think that is additional source for the power that we have and knowledge that we have to achieve and that we have to present to them so that they will be better. And I think that shows this year that they were pretty consistent. It was the games that were we won. We were have feelings that we lost, but that is when you are trying to be not perfect, when you're trying to do your best every single day, and then you're not doing. That is the characteristics of the players that they can touch a high level of the volleyball in sports, and we have those players.
Those players have really stepped up, and even through like tough matches and that one loss against Pepperdine, what do you all think you learned from that loss, and how did you all like move on from it and just get your lick back against them against Pepperdine? And by lick back, I mean payback against them.
I can say without justifying loss, that feeling. It is a feeling to have when you are losing. It is feeling to remind sometimes players to remember that feeling. Then they enjoy double in every single win that they have, because having that feeling, and when you are under your usually nice mood, and then when you win, you always remember that feeling. Then your happiness is double twice. So, and that is the joy of the losing and useful use of the lost. But come on. Nobody wants to lose, and we didn't plan to lose. We don't want to lose our bet for the yes police on the road or no police on the road, since that we are traveling every day, from Huntington to for the job, John and me, and so we don't want to lose. We want to win everything. So I think we are on the. We have good philosophy how to motivate these guys, that even if it is something going wrong, that we can have benefits, and I think that will give results after tomorrow, and then hopefully that we will go through all this. But let's do just step by step, because we are serious team, and there is it is advantage that we are playing with this team in our gym. That is advantage, but that is not the burden. That is the pleasure. That is the privilege. And because these players, we can say whatever it is that we will enjoy, have a fun. No, we will have a fun after the game. We will have a fun after the good results, and and when you don't have fun, then you have to work harder to have a fun with winning.
I love it. That's some great advice, and you're just wise with the words, Milan. I just gotta say that. So you've coached in this game for quite a long time. Are there any like memorable stories that you want to like tell? Just because you are just like you're probably the wisest man in all of men's volleyball, or one of the wisest men in men's volleyball.
Um, I will. Okay, I appreciate what you are saying, and I appreciate all these coaches. And there is one thing that I want to share with you, and as my compliment to American coaches, volleyball coaches. There is whoever is in charge for the USA volleyball, and the development. There is a line that is built so that whoever is approaching that environment, that it will be better, that it will get better, and that it will continue with something that he knows. So my story that I want to share with you and with the young people and with young coaches and players, and it is that you have to use the opportunity and have in mind that every day has its own truth, and America is giving opportunity to the everyone who has to show something or to help America to be better. I hope that having in mind that I coach some players that they play for national team, that is also one story that I can say that going back on the previous question, that yes, coaching these guys that they will participate in VNL, or those that they will in future participate in VNL, it is big honor to be part of this huge volleyball and huge country and huge organization as is USA Volleyball. And that is one nice, that is one nice message. Stories about volleyball, Terry, I can talk, but we said only 10 to 15 minutes, Yeah, I can say that there are a lot of stories, and the stories about volleyball, I think that are the best. My cooperators, co-workers that they work with me, they know more stories about me than me. But I will tell you, Edo, one story. What was very, very, teachable. It is about speaking foreign language, and then we had that was Kazan 2005. And then we have a technical meeting there. That was junior national team of Yugoslavia, Serbia. Yugoslavia was gone. So, and our head of delegation, he didn't know any single word about English. And then our statistician, he wrote in English the few notes that he will say to the people, and but he wrote so small letters, and he couldn't read, and then and then he just left the paper, and he said, "Thank you, everybody." And that was one nice story, and yeah. There are a lot of stories. I will keep this, or next time you should tell me what you want to hear from me, and then I will be ready to say that.
Got it. I should have known that you had a lot of stories.
Oh.
But a couple more things, and then I'll let you go. So this is actually a simple question. It's a fill in the blank question. UCLA wins the national championship if they blank.
We have that ability that every game something extraordinary happening, and not many things that we don't expect are happening, and that is our consistency. And I don't think that it will be some huge event that it will be just something where we will be dialed in, and everyone will think about what he will do for that to help us to be the best in the country. And I think that we are on the good way, and the players are really dialed in for that. That dedication what we saw today on practice. It is something really special, and we enjoy every single day. Me especially, because this group of the people, this boss and these cooperators, they they make me again to think about volleyball more than when I go home. That I am dreaming about finals. I am behaving as someone who is just in the beginning of his career, but I am. I am in good ages of my career, so that is maybe surprise for someone, but for me not, because I am giving everything, and that is what I feel that these guys that we are practicing them, that they are giving back.
I love it. And that is, maybe the most detailed answer ever. And I don't think it could have been put any better from you. So, one more thing. Do you have any other shout outs or thank yous you want to give out to before we close the book on this?
When we're talking about the book, Terry, I don't know that but I have two books, when we are talking about the book. Just a second. So
what I meant to say was,
I know, but I use this opportunity to tell you something and make some advertisement. This is defensive volleyball drill speed competition in practice and game. Service reception with fundamentals of volleyball practice. My book, that book that you are asking, it is one by one, letter one by one. The book must be built. I am doing also some mosaics, and then those mosaics require small pieces, and we are ready to do every small pieces so that our book, UCLA book here, and if you want USA book, that will be the complete.
Awesome. Well, that's some great advertising, and you heard the man. When Milan speaks, you listen. But thank you very much, Milan. I know you're pressed for time, but I will hope to see you next week. He's Milan Zarkovic. I'm Teran Rodriguez of Set Point on iSports Radio. This is another interview before the NCAA Men's Volleyball Tournament. Forza.
Thank you, Teran.
Thank you.
Bye. All the best. It was nice to talk to you. And thank you for all compliments.
Mm-hmm.